What's going on, everybody? This is Dr. Chris Featherstone here for yet another episode of the Legion of Raw. I'm here alongside my PIC partner in crime, former WCW World Heavyweight Champion, former WWE head writer, Vince
Doctor,
how's life, my man?
Doctor, you want to hear something funny?
Of course
every Monday morning for about the last 9 years, I do what I call is the most important show on Russo's brand called That's Life.
Yeah.
Which is a Christian show. And I was recording my show this morning, and I realized I had this shirt on, Dr. Chris.
Very nice. Very nice. Very nice.
I can't wait till I start getting the tweets now. The tweets. Look, what a Christian he is.
Very oxymoronic there of you, Vince Russo.
I had to laugh out loud. I didn't even realize I put this on this
That's
morning.
life.
What's going on, Dr. Chris?
So we are 4 weeks away.
4 weeks
from WrestleMania events.
33 days.
33 days. And this does not by any stretch seem as if there is a locked in card and we are building towards it. We got one new match, brand new match tonight, and we're still working on Lashley Wyatt. That still hasn't been confirmed yet. Why are we doing this, Vince? 4 weeks away, 33 days away.
Well, I could tell you this. I'm going to tell you this right now. I will tell you this right now. Cody Rhodes said 33 days till WrestleMania. That's 4 more shows. Bro, the 4 remaining shows on the way to WrestleMania is just going to be just like this one.
Yeah, I can
nothing is going on. They're going to give people in WrestleMania wins. There may be a run in here and there. I'm telling you guys, this is what you're going to get the next 4 weeks. And listen, man, for the record, Chris and I have been very, very generous the last month. Very generous. I've been more generous than I've ever been in a long, long time. This was an absolutely throwaway show, Chris.
Man.
Absolutely throwaway. Chris, do you know there were literally 3 segments in the first hour and a half? In the first hour and a half, bro, you had the opening tag match.
Yep.
Then you had Brock and an MVP. And then you had Cody Rhodes and Gable. Bro, that was the first half of the show. That ran from 6 to 7:30. Those 3 things were the first 90 minutes of the show, bro.
Horrible. Okay, here's my question to you, Vince. 4 shows left, and you're randomly getting you're legitimately getting a Brock Lesnar. I was like, there has to be a swerve in this. But no, there's no swerve according to tonight. Like, we're really going to get Brock Lesnar versus Omos. That absolutely seems like a Vince McMahon move. Do you think
And
he's calling audibles on
bro,
this?
I
Card?
have no idea because Lashley got hit in the groin. That's where we last left
Yeah,
it. But Lashley's going with Bray Wyatt and
yeah,
Lesnar's going with Almost. And okay, bro. And then you're gonna sit there and tell me that you have stories and things make sense. Okay.
yeah. I mean, and I said we'll get to it. I said Asuka better not go 50-50 with Carmella. What happens tonight, Vince?
Yeah,
She
and
goes
you
50-50
also
with
you
Carmella.
also said we also said the sixth person was going to happen.
Yep,
You also said last week Miz was going to host
yep,
WrestleMania.
yep.
Bro, this was a nothing show. I mean, but guys, please listen. Sportskeeda Nation. If there was something on this show that you had to see, bro, what are you going to tell me? It was the end?
Mm.
Bro, these damage control, they've done nothing with these titles, bro. They could not get these titles off of these girls soon enough. As they said in the old days, Chris, you know, you had to put ASS in seats.
Mhm.
Bro, those girls did not put one ASS in a seat. And bro, they stuck with them because, you know, the NXT things,
Yep.
and they're good little hands and they're great workers. And guess what, bro? Nobody cared.
No.
And
No,
I would love somebody, seriously, you guys out there, tell me what was worth seeing tonight that if you would have missed, you would have missed something.
that's a good question. Yeah. Let's get into the first super chat of the night. Joseph Gonzalez. Cody struggled against a jobber. How can WWE expect us to think that he has a chance against Roman when he looks so weak? Stop booking for smarts. I agree with that 100%. I say this all the time, Vince. Why in the world? Why in the world are we booking these matches leading into WrestleMania, making the opponents, making these big opponents look weak against mid-card talent?
Because
Why are we doing this?
Joseph Gonzalez is dead on 100%. They're looking at Clark Gable and Cody Rhodes being a great match. Chris, bro, I just saw the Meltzer Awards. Gable was like number 5 best technical wrestler on the planet. That's what they're looking at, Joseph. Exactly what you said. Oh, this is going to be a great little match. The internet is going to love this match. Yeah, bro, you're going to love this match if you believe in fake fights.
Yeah.
Everybody else is like, number one, what is the point of this match? Gable, no way on this earth is he going over. Then number 2, like Joseph said, like you said, Chris, we're going to get a 50-50 match that does nothing for Cody.
Nothing.
Absolutely zero, bro.
And so you know, I'm a very logical guy. So logically, I'm thinking in my head. So if you're going 50-50 with Gable, that means that Gable has an equal shot as you do against Roman Reigns.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
essentially what happened.
and bro, during the match, Gable hurt Cody.
Yeah,
So I reckon he could hurt Roman Reigns.
yeah.
And bro, think about this, Chris. So what are they doing that for? To protect Gable? For what? for what? The guy has won one match in the last 6 months, and you're going to protect him with the guy that's going in the WrestleMania main event?
Yeah.
Really?
Makes no sense at all, man. Matt Lee, $10 super chat, bro. Bros, breaking news: WWE is funding Sportskeeda. It's all up front just to get your consultancy for less than you're worth. If WWE aren't listening to this show carefully, they are fools. I mean, I called the 6-man weeks ago. The six woman weeks ago. I said Trish Stratus is going to be a part of it. It made no sense that she didn't come in Canada, is what I said. And but I think she's going to be a part of it. Guess what happened? She comes to Grand Rapids, Michigan. So, but I saw a 6-man from a mile, a six woman from a mile away, and I guess that's something to do out of this big old mess.
And another legend on the card.
Yeah, exactly. They're going back to the well once
And
again.
bro, keep in mind we're 33 days. Think about the matches that were on this card tonight. Okay, you're 33 days away, which means 4 Raw shows.
Mm-hmm.
Evidently, you're going with Austin Theory and John Cena.
Mm-hmm.
Austin Theory was on vacation tonight. It's not important to put him on this show. There's 4 shows left, bro.
Yeah.
You're going to build this guy for Cena. And here's how you build him, Chris. Don't put him on the show.
We had a little backstage interview with Kathy Kelly.
I didn't even see that, bro.
It was it was during a segment, though. It was like he was interviewing.
I don't know how I missed that. I did
not
even see
it was somebody was so Damage Control. So Kathy Kelly went up to Damage Control to cut the backstage interview.
Yeah.
And when they were done,
Theory
walks.
Oh, that'll get him over again, Cena.
Yeah, exactly.
That'll get him over. Yeah.
Let's see. We also got another super chats, and it is from we got a couple. All right, we bringing in the dough today. We got Nasir 199. This show isn't worth 30 minutes of time. It's horrible, man. Horrible. I just saw another one. Scott, here we go. $5. Thank you, Scott. Appreciate your support every week, my man. Legion of Raw is greater than WWE Raw. Just speaking facts. Very nice, very nice. You know who agrees that the Legion of Raw is better than WWE Raw? Who's that?
Yeah, Toots, man. And we all need we all need a little Toots in our life, bro.
We do, man. We do, man. I have to, I know he's gone, he's left us, but it's he's here in spirit. I like to apologize to the friends and family of Toots Mod.
Yeah, we're sorry, bro.
For what WWE Raw is producing now. This guy is the co-founder of Capital Wrestling Federation. If it wasn't for this guy's mind here, the WWE or the WWF as it used to be with Vincent J. McMahon, it wouldn't be what it was. And decades later, this is what we get. So
yeah.
And the spirit lives on of Toots Mod.
Toots will never die, bro.
Yeah, Toots will never die. So we get the Jimmy Uso solo Sikoa match. They defeat the Street Profits. Street Profits are just fodder for everything nowadays. And every time I see this, I'm like, you're talking about the momentum of Montez Ford with the Elimination Chamber match, and he just comes back weeks later and just nothing.
And bro, I just love, guys. You could, man. If I don't know if there's betting odds on this on FanDuel or DraftKings, whatever you use.
Mm-hmm.
But guys, you can go to the bank every single week. Remember Crash TV, guys? Remember that Crash TV, guys? You can go to the bank every single week. Every single show is an in-ring, a match, and it always ends a half hour into the show.
Mm.
Every single show. That is how they write that first 30 minutes.
Yeah.
In-ring leads to a match. Okay, that's 30 minutes off the board. Every single show. And here's what I don't understand. Like, so and they're still calling him the prize fighter, Chris.
Yes,
they're still calling him the prize fighter. So I don't understand. So the heels go over, and then KO comes out and stuns them, and like, so what, bro? Like, so what? You could stun them till the cows come home. You had the shot for the title against Roman Reigns. You lost.
Yeah.
So now the prize fighter is just gonna come out every week and stun them.
Yeah.
For what? Like, what?
I still don't really understand why he has beef with like Solo Sikoa. You know what I mean? Like, what? Like, give me the story of why Kevin Owens wants to come out and stun someone like Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso. Isn't his beef with Roman Reigns? I know that the Royal Rumble, like, he got jumped and he got, handcuffed and all that. Okay, sure. But it doesn't make any sense to me that if his beef is because of what the Bloodline did to him at Royal Rumble, why does he have beef with Sami Zayn? And he was the one who saved them from getting beat up more. Like, this all happened at the Royal Rumble. Why are you mad at one and don't want to have anything to do with the other? It doesn't make any sense for me logically that he'd be upset with Sami Zayn. It makes zero sense to me. And if it wasn't for Sami, he's like, I can do this all alone. But if it wasn't for Sami Zayn, he would have got slaughtered at Royal Rumble because he was handcuffed. So Sami Zayn was the one who ended the big beatdown they had the Royal Rumble. So it doesn't make sense to me logically. And then at the 11th hour, 2 weeks before the WrestleMania, then you're going to book the tag match because somehow Jey Uso is going to come and not be, with Sammy. There's just way too much going on.
Here's why, Chris, because again, just the same way they booked Clark and Cody. Good little hand. This would be a great little match.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, this is their way of getting Kevin Owens on the show.
Yeah.
That's the only reason they do it, bro. What's Kevin's spot? Oh, here it is. Nobody sits there and says, well, that doesn't make any sense. They don't say what Dr. Chris just said. Oh, yeah, we'll write him. We'll write him in here and he'll hit everybody with a stunner. Okay, bro. And I'm like Chris always says, and I'm tuning in next week for what?
For what? For what? What's the buy-in? I see no buy-in, man. We got more super chats. We got Awesome Sauce with $2. Do y'all think Montez Ford should be the first to beat Guta? I mean, if booked right, I wouldn't be opposed to it. But I mean, he had a really good showing at the Elimination Chamber. They could have really catapulted from that. Yeah. But they just put him right back into losing in tag team matches.
That's the norm, Chris.
Yeah,
that is the norm.
Yeah. Mike, $5. I'm a chef for a living. Had a ticket the other day. Come in with Toots' name on it. He got a pizza.
Toots is alive and well, bro. Toots is alive and well. Very nice. Very nice.
Nice. Toots lives on, man. Toots lives on. Toots never dies. All right, let's get into the Lesnar MVP Lounge segment. What'd you think about this?
Corny, can't be stupid. Those are the 3 words I have. Corny, can't be stupid.
Yeah. It drug on like ridiculous, man. I really thought there was going to be a swerve with this. I really thought they were going to do something. I mean, I didn't want them to do Lashley. I really thought, but it was just nothing.
Well, Chris, here's the thing. You just talked about illogical. What if we've been watching the last 4 months? Okay, we've been watching not 4 months, 4 weeks. We've been watching the last 4 weeks these secret meetings with Hurt Business in the back.
Yeah.
We know MVP is managing Omos.
Almost, yeah.
We know he's trying to get back in the good graces of Lashley.
Yeah.
And with all that being said, nobody comes out to his aid.
Yeah, and that's called off too. I mean, we haven't seen those backstage, just kind of meetings with Cedric and Shelton. They never won. You know how they try to bring back groups and they kind of have like a little flurry of wins. All of a sudden they gain some momentum, but they haven't won matches. They still lose matches.
Yep.
Like there's nothing. Again, why am I hiring you back? And it's like me hiring someone and firing them and then really wanting them to come back and then going out to see what they're doing and they're doing nothing to prove to me why I should rehire them and I still hire them back. It doesn't make any sense.
And then Chris, we have, again, this is a total house show moment. We've got Lesnar giving the F5 to MVP. Almost is nowhere in sight.
Yeah.
We already said we got 4 more weeks till WrestleMania.
Yep.
Almost and Lesnar is a freaking joke. Shouldn't they be getting heat on Almost, bro?
Shouldn't they be getting heat on Almost?
He could have F5'd MVP 8 times.
Yeah.
What does that matter, bro? He ain't wrestling MVP at WrestleMania, bro.
And Omos is oftentimes with MVP. Omos is the one who wants the challenge against Brock Lesnar. Again, help me understand. I'm logical. Why? So MVP spooked that Brock Lesnar's going to get him in a suplex. Where's Almas? Like, why would he abandon his boy? Like, now's the time to come out with MVP, knowing that Brock Lesnar's already there, but he's just kind of hanging out in the back, just like eating catering and just
if we used to have a deal, where, and we did this, if we used to have a deal where, like, DX and Shawn Michaels is having a one-on-one match with Bret Hart, okay, and we wanted to keep the rest of the DX guys in the locker room. We did this, bro. We would literally have Owen or somebody drive a forklift right up to the locker room door and block that door. Now, if they would have set it up that way, where MVP's saying almost, you got my back, right, man? If he does anything funny, you got my back, man. You got my back. Then you go to the back. Lesnar does something with almost, locks him in a room, a forklift, whatever, and MVP doesn't know it. So now MVP's, he's feeling cocky because he knows, bro, my boy, and he's looking over the shoulder. Then all of a sudden you show on the screen the forklift in front of the door, almost pounding and screaming. How, bro, that was off the top of a 62-year-old's head. How difficult is that stuff? But no, bro, almost is nowhere in sight. He
no explanation why.
Last week, and you and I and everybody in Sportskeeda Nation is, well, where's almost?
Where's almost? I thought this was supposed to be a challenge for WrestleMania. Why? Are you hanging out just somewhere? That are you on vacation? Like, what happened? Now's the time not to get a quick vacation before you just challenge
the house show. It was all for the house show spot, bro. They're gonna do the spit. And then he's gonna get the F5. Oh, great.
And with this, it looks like they're just doing this to get the big, to give Brock Lesnar something, which again doesn't make sense. Why do they want Brock Lesnar to not lose? Like, why didn't they do Lashley Lesnar at WrestleMania if the finish was a low blow at Elimination Chamber? Why wouldn't they do that?
Bro, I'm almost thinking this is so freaking bizarre. Chris, we know in the past, if Lesnar did not want to work with somebody, he did not. Remember Jinder Mahal and AJ Styles was in the spot. Bro, I'm wondering if something happened in that match where Brock just didn't want to work with Bobby anymore. Because outside of that, what sense does it make?
None. It makes none. It makes zero sense. You've been building this for 2 years, like ever since last year's Rumble. So you've been building this for over a year. This was the third match. The third match, the rubber match, is at Elimination Chamber, and you've been building this thing up for over a year now. And the payoff from that is they splinter into Lesnar, Omos, and Lashley Bray. Like, that's the splinter.
Completely forced stories, bro, with nothing there. Completely forced. I'm telling you, bro, maybe Lashley did something in the match that pissed Brock. Who knows? Because this makes no sense.
None. It makes zero sense. We get Lita and Becky.
And remember too, like, Chris, remember, we didn't even bring this up. Bro, Lashley got low blowed. Lesnar's out there, on the MVP lounge, laying out on the couch, and Lashley doesn't come out.
I would thought about that too. Yeah, because the past couple of weeks he's talking about how he's just going to tear through people and how upset and frustrated he is because he got low blowed. Why wouldn't he call out Lesnar? Because Lesnar low blowed him and took him out after the match. I mean, just
again, I say this all the time. I say this all the time to make people understand how simple. What if it was Austin who would have been low blowed?
Mm,
Just think of it that way.
yeah.
What would that maniac have done?
He would have came out. What was his beers? What, one beer? What, two beers? He would have came out and start stunning people, man. No, I don't care who you are. If you're in my face, you're gonna get stunned until I get my match back with the person who took me out. I mean, that's basically what he would have done. But
Yeah.
somehow that's like a Man in Black, orb, like we just pushed that thing and you just forgot the fact that Brock Lesnar just gave you a low blow. And
I'm interested with I just did my Becky Lynch imitation there. I'm interested with Sportskeeda. Sportskeeda. Dr. Chris. I'm just wondering how many television shows do we all watch combined? Can you imagine, Chris, if you watch a weekly television show and it makes no sense like this? Every week, like characters change, and well, he was mad at him, but now they're best. Can you imagine a television show you're following that every week makes no sense like this?
Yeah, and that's what, and they're booking this as an episodic television show. So somehow we're supposed to put the piece of the puzzle together, and then Bray, like, just think about, to your point, Vince. Think about the Bray story. All right, he comes in, he has this different type of feel to him. He talks about how he's sorry and he apologizes to the crowd. All of a sudden, there's this alternate voice, and somehow we found out his Uncle Howdy, and then LA Knight comes in the fold for some odd reason to just come in and say, "Hey, here I am," for no reason,
and everybody's sitting at home saying, "How's he going to wrestle in that mask?"
Yeah, exactly. And
Bro,
so
seriously,
and so Bray, and so somehow LA Knight comes in, intercepts the Uncle Howdy Bray type of dynamic we have. He comes in, Bray takes him out. But before that, Uncle Howdy, this Uncle Howdy mysterious gimmick, not only does he like turn on Bray by getting him in his finisher, he goes on a Raw and influence Alexa Bliss, who we haven't seen in weeks. So then he jumps back into SmackDown, and then he helps Bray, and he takes out LA Knight, and now they're kind of teaming together. But then Bray just all of a sudden talks about, "I want the winner of Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley." It's like, wait a
minute. Meanwhile, there's a brand new character in the Funhouse.
Yes, there's a brand. Meanwhile, yes, and now he wants Bobby he doesn't want a title. He doesn't want a title opportunity. He wants the winner of Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley just for no apparent reason. Was he influenced by Uncle Howdy to say that? Now is he a heel? It seems like he was a babyface then, but now Bobby Lashley's still clapping people.
Bro, I gotta be honest with you. At the end of the day, we can sit here and say whatever we want to say. At the end of the day, it is the absolute 100%. It's the fault of the fans, bro. They know the WrestleMania money is already in the bank. The card means nothing, bro. It's just like the Super Bowl, bro. You could have the worst two teams, Chris, in the Super Bowl, and it would be the same hype. You would have the same crowd. You would have the same halftime show, and it would make the same money. They're selling the Super Bowl. WWE decided a long time ago we are selling the event, and people come from all over the world, bro, to watch this event. No matter how these matches are booked. I mean, that's so. Whose fault is it, Chris?
Basically, someone paid a ticket before we knew it was on the ticket.
Yeah, exactly. They're saying, Chris, they are saying, "Here's my $200. I don't care who's on the card."
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay, well, we'll just throw some so we just throw some matches on the card then if you don't care. I mean, because essentially that's what you get, Vince. It's like, okay, yeah, I'll buy the ticket before I know what's on the ticket. Okay, sure. Well, so far this is what I'll do. Let's just do Lesnar Omos. Let's just
Yeah,
do
yeah.
Lashley and
And
Bray. Yeah,
I'm telling you, this is what they're saying, Chris.
yeah,
The tickets are already sold.
yeah,
That's what they're saying, bro.
yeah,
The tickets are already sold. It doesn't matter,
yeah.
bro. They're already
And
sold.
you can tell with the build though, Vince. Like
Yes.
they're
Yes.
not building to get buyers. They're not building to get that crowd. They're
No.
building because they have to be sure that they're taking the 3 hours a week. I mean, like that's what I get when I watch Raw every week. They're not trying to garner the audience and get those last few buys. They're just trying to fill time every week. And I get it. Like this show, a month before 33 days, Vince. You were there 25 years ago. 33 days before Mania. It's all hands on deck. Let's be sure that fill every time, make every moment count, make every segment count. All the segments are leading to that big WrestleMania feel. This is WrestleMania season. And over the past few years, you've been booking matches a week or two before the biggest
Chris,
show of the year.
the tickets are sold.
Yep.
Okay. The sponsors are on board.
Yep.
I'm going to ask you one simple question. What's their motivation? Why should they care that it's Lesnar and Almost?
Yeah.
Why should they care?
Yeah. It's not, there's no like, here's the thing, Vince. They literally could do, like, if they wanted to, they literally could do Mustafa Ali and Roman Reigns,
Yes.
and people would complain, but
Absolutely.
they won't demand a refund. They're not going to give them a
Absolutely.
refund. It doesn't
Absolutely.
matter what's on the ticket because they already
Chris,
bought the ticket.
Chris, think about it. Think about it. I'm just going to relate this to me being a baseball fan. Okay, bro. I'm a baseball fan. Okay, bro. I'm going to go see one Rocky game this year. Well, I can only go see one Rocky game. Well, what Rocky game do I want to see? Well, the Yankees are in town. So I want to go see the best game I can watch. It would be like me going to see the Rockies and the Washington Nationals. I'm going to buy a ticket to this, and I can only go to one game. You're right, bro. It could be Ali against Lesnar. It could be Gargano against Bobby Lashley. Bro, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
And bro, and that's what these good people don't understand, bro. They're laughing at you.
Yes.
Because, bro, what was the experiment with the dog? Pavlov?
Yeah, Pavlov.
It's Pavlov's freaking dog, bro. They laugh at it. But Chris, my thing always is, here's my thing. And this is where you and I are different from them. And maybe from a psychological point of view, you can explain this. Okay. Guys, for the record, I've never met Chris in person. I know Chris well enough where, like, he's like a brother to me. Chris, I know darn well if you had a whole year of appointments booked out and you had, bro, all you could fit into every day was like 6 appointments a day. And you were booked out for the entire year. You couldn't book one more appointment because you don't have a second of your time. I know darn well every single patient is going to get the absolute best Dr. Chris.
Oh, 100%.
And you know, and what that is, Chris, is it's pride.
Yeah.
It's pride. This is my practice. These are my patients. They're coming to see me. I am going to give them the best I possibly can. That's the one thing I hate about the WWE. I don't care if you've sold 80 billion tickets. I don't care if you're making $800 billion. Where is your pride in giving your fans the absolute best product you could give them? To me, Chris, there's no excuse to not having pride.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Your name is on the line at the end of the day, man. And negativity travels 7 times faster than positivity a lot. And if someone wants to say something negative about, you and your brand and your name, that travels much faster. And WWE just they feel like they're impenetrable at this point. They feel like their crap doesn't stink like everybody else's, and people just buy tickets to see Omos and Brock Lesnar at this point.
Chris, I swear to you, I do a lot of podcasts every single day, and even on Sunday I do podcasts. And I did my last podcast of the day last night. Sunday night I did a podcast. Chris, I swear to you, when I was done with the podcast, it was just me on my own. I was like, man, that really sucked. And bro, I was so tired, so spent. Chris, I did it again. Because the paying subscribers, their paying audience, they deserve that. Your patients deserve that.
100%.
That's the part, bro, that pisses me off more than anything, man.
Yeah. Good good point there. Absolutely agree with you. Scott Smith, $5 super chat, bro. Remember Taker versus Diesel at Mania 12? There was 4 months of build, Brock and almost just weeks. WTF, WWE New Generation over the internet era. Yes, indeed. I agree with 100%. Taker and Diesel build was actually pretty good. I remember that. And then you had the Takers underneath the ring. I think it was it Nash and was it Diesel and Brett, I believe, had their match, and then Taker was under the ring and pulls Nash down, and so that was and then we get the black glove Diesel. He's not a good guy, he's a bad guy. And I remember that it was around 95, 96 when you had the black glove Diesel, and he was a tweener at that point, and he only acknowledged people in the crowd who had black gloves on. And he was transitioning to a heel.
Yeah.
And if you had a black glove on, he'll give you a pound. But if you didn't have a black glove on, I ain't got nothing to do with you. I'm like, okay, I can respect that. And then I was in high school wanting the black glove because I was like, no, Diesel, don't do this. Not like this, man. Not like this. Let's go over to Lita and Becky Lynch cuts a backstage interview. We get Cody Rhodes and Gable. We talk about that. Time for Joey. Time for ladies and gentlemen. It's time for Joey. Time out, Joey. Time out, Joey.
Bro, we are so tuned out of this show.
Yeah, man.
That we missed some of the gems.
I'm sure we did.
Bro, what's the backstage interviewer's name? The attractive girl.
Kathy Kelly.
Now, bro, I'm telling you right now, guys, this is not on Kathy Kelly because the producer is giving her the question to ask.
Correct.
So Kathy Kelly's not thinking of this on her own. They're telling her exactly what to say. Bro, did you hear the setup question for Lita and Becky Lynch? You had a setup question?
I didn't, man. I was doing something else.
So tonight you've got Damage Control. How have you been preparing for the match?
Is that what she asked?
Yeah, bro. I'm like, bro, that shows you how little. Could you have any less effort than that, Chris?
Wow.
Could you have any less effort than that?
Yeah. And it just seems like that was good. That line was given to her. But at the end of the day, it's like, okay, the emphasis is we're trying to fill these 3 hours. So we're going to go ahead and they had, I think last week I counted 6 backstage segments, including promos and interviews. I think I counted 9 this week.
And
9 segments.
And 0 business was done.
No build. Nothing that hooks me to next week. None of it meant anything as far as getting me hooked for next week and getting me excited about Mania. None of it did. Awesome Sauce, $5 super chat, bro.
I love what Awesome Sauce says here. He says something very important. Back in '88, after Hogan Andre did $33 million on NBC, syndicated shows did an 11.6 for the Tunney announcement for the tournament. The last thing, Awesome Sauce, every show counted.
Absolutely.
Bingo. Every show should count. This show, Chris, tonight did not count.
Nothing.
Bro, you know what, Chris? You know what the funny thing is? We just started spring training with baseball. They're playing the games like they don't count because they don't count. You're looking at rookies, and you don't want anybody getting hurt.
Yeah,
you know the plays. Yeah, so they don't count, bro. This is the road to WrestleMania.
Oh yeah, the road to WrestleMania.
An exhibition game. You got 4 weeks, bro, to WrestleMania. This should count.
You know, I'm a college football guy. That's like us playing Michigan. And we're just like, yeah, I mean, it's all about pride. I don't care what our record is. Woody Hayes would say, look, I don't care about any other game. You know, if the one loss is Michigan, the whole season's done, basically.
Yep.
And it's like, yeah, we got Michigan, but we're just phoning in,
who has that mentality?
I don't understand. I mean, from a competitive sports standpoint, like sports is all about competition. It's about grit. It's about drive. It's about motivation. It's about getting the fans to lobby with your favorite team. Sports entertainment should be the same way. You have a favorite wrestler. The favorite wrestler, it's a story that's being told, and they just phone it in. And people even get to the point where they're tired of they don't even care about the person they want to cheer for.
Chris, it's not even wrestling. It's life.
It's life. Yeah, exactly.
Bro, think about this. Bro, think about the average guy, just an average looking run-of-the-mill guy, has a blind date with like the hottest chick on the planet that's so out of his league, right? And the guy said,
I'm a construction worker. I'll just wear my work clothes.
I'll just phone this one in. Yeah, maybe I'll wash my shirt. Maybe like, come on.
Yeah, it's got a lot of wrinkles on it.
Maybe she won't smell it. Who knows? Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, good example. Next we have this. What are they doing with Baron Corbin, man?
Give me. I'll tell you. You got a drum roll?
Yes, indeed.
Give me. I'll tell you exactly. Here's the drum roll, Chris.
There we go.
Okay, Chris. Who did the what's that interview's name? Byron Saxton.
Byron Saxton.
Who did Byron Saxton leave Baron Corbin to go interview?
He went to go interview KO.
Okay, well, that's what they're doing with Kevin Owens. That's his match next week, bro. Baron Corbin will wrestle Kevin Owens next week, bro.
Why did I think that because they were panning the way they were panning the camera, I thought that they were going to have Baron Corbin attack Kevin Owens.
Next week, bro. Kevin Owens will be out there. He stunned the Bloodline again. He gave them all stunners, and Corbin will come out. Hey, remember last week? I'm telling you.
So is this his gimmick now? Like, is his gimmick to call out people who interrupt his interviews?
I guess so, bro. I mean, they'll at least get a month out of it.
Oh man. So at this point, like, you go from Lone Wolf Corbin with the hair, Constable Corbin, you get this Bummy Corbin, you get King Corbin, now you've got like Casino Corbin. Now he's just kind of like, I'm butthurt because people are interrupting my interviews, Corbin. Like you're getting so many different iterations.
That's how they give Owens a match next week.
Yeah. So this is what they're doing with Corbin, man. And it's sad to see. Do you think that this is something do you think this is a rib on Corbin from either Triple H or Vince McMahon?
1,000%. No doubt about it, bro.
And he just seems like he's a pretty solid dude. He comes in, he comes out.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I heard about Corbin. I know people in the business, and I heard like Corbin, like he does what he does. He comes in, he does what he's supposed to do, but he's one of those guys who's not like bleed and sweats and dreams and and mesmerized about the business. Like he's pretty solid out.
And that's enough.
Yeah, yeah,
That's enough to be in the doghouse, bro.
yeah,
That is enough.
And I can see that. I
Yep.
can see, because Corbin is like, I'm cool with just life outside of
Yep.
wrestling.
Yep.
You don't want it enough. You're not determined
That's
enough.
it.
So we're going to show you.
You are dead on with that, Chris.
Oh man, that's so sad. That's so sad. Young Reckless, $4.99 super chat. Vince, why aren't you represented in WWE the same way Heyman is? You deserve it. Without you, WWF wouldn't beaten WCW in the 90s. Vince was lost. Real talk.
Give me a drum roll and I'll answer the question for Young Reckless. Young Reckless. Thank you. I am not represented in the WWE like Paul Heyman is because I refuse to dye my hair like he does. Thank you very much.
Wow, that's it right there.
For a guy, I swear to God, bro, they call me. I get called irrelevant like so often. Okay,
really,
bro, look at me. Irrelevant, bro. Look at me. Look at my hair. Look.
You're embracing your age. It's okay.
Meanwhile, I'm irrelevant. Meanwhile, I got the hottest guys on the planet, Dave Meltzer and Paul Heyman, dyeing their hair.
Yeah.
And I'm the one trying to be relevant with this, bro. And these guys are dyeing their hair, but that's okay. All right. Okay, I get it. All right. What's next, Chris?
When do you think Heyman is going to be done with the dye?
I don't. I don't. I think it, bro. It's ridiculous.
Just embrace it. Embrace your age. It's okay.
That was always. You know what though, bro? I will give him the benefit of the doubt because that was always Vince.
Telling people to dye their hair.
Always Vince, bro.
Yep. So Vince used to have people wear toupees back in the day too, didn't he?
Oh yeah, bro. When I started there, you weren't allowed to have facial hair. It was like George Steinbrenner. Oh God, no! You could not have anything on your face.
Was that across the board, like as far as in the office?
Across the board, bro.
Wow.
Oh God, yeah, that was a big rule. Yep.
So the sneeze thing is true, right?
Sneeze thing is very true, bro. Doesn't refuses to wear a jacket in the winter, will not wear a jacket.
Yeah, I heard about that too. The jacket in the winter.
Yeah.
It's just like, and unfortunately, that's a lot of narcissists, are like that. It's like, because I have my own personal quirks, like everybody needs to have
yeah, absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Yeah.
Next we have Judgment Day cutting a promo. Ex-con Don is what he calls it.
Before that though, bro, I gotta say this. I really enjoyed the Becky Seth piece last week. The Bianca Belair, that was the Titanic one was not good.
I didn't like it.
That one felt.
I was feeling some type of way about that, honestly, man. I'm like, okay, so you like Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch was looking like really nice and Joker and very, a very just kept, woman, just very regal, just very respected. And then all of a sudden they, have Montez and Bianca play some clumsy clowns. You know what I mean? What's going on there?
I did not like that.
Yeah. Next you have Judgment Day cutting a backstage promo. Talking about
that's the thing, bro. They're cutting the backstage promo again. 4 weeks left to WrestleMania, and they're all talking about their WrestleMania matches with nothing happening in them.
Nothing.
There's no Rhea and Charlotte. There's no Finn and Edge. There's no Ray and Dominic.
Yeah.
Nothing. None of their matches are represented on the show.
Rhea and Charlotte is confirmed. Edge and Finn, again, we're 4 weeks out. Edge and Finn isn't confirmed yet. Ray and Dominic isn't confirmed yet, and they've been doing that for a year now, as far as building up that gimmick, nearly a year. And it got to the point of like, I knew somehow they're going to circle. And I said this a few weeks ago. I think Charlotte was going to choose, Rhea's going to choose Charlotte. And that's going to help Dominic circle back around and go to SmackDown for Ray. I knew that was going to happen. But why 4 weeks left are you still doing the whole I don't want to go against my son gimmick? Like all of a sudden, the time is up and it's like 2 weeks left. Oh no, all of a sudden, now I want to beat up my okay. I mean, like I just
Meanwhile, every single week should be a series of events that gets them closer and closer, and finally, that's it.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. And I think that's it should have been done before this. I think they should have let it up more because again, you're still not like this is the inevitable. You know this match is going to happen. Make it believable. Make it worth something as far as the build is concerned.
And Chris, what the believable should be, bro, what would really set Ray over the edge? Because it can't be something with Ray because he went to the house, he beat him up, he did this, that, and the other thing. So to me, what it really needs to be is like something with the mother.
Mom, yeah.
Whether it's Rhea and the mother or whether it's Dominic. But bro, if you're going to do that, you've got to reestablish the family now. And because there's nothing Dominic can do to Ray for Ray to fight him. However, if it's Mama, that's what could send him over the edge. But you got to reestablish all that, bro.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, he could easily have, he could easily bring his mom with him, on one SmackDown and said, and then Ray's like, looking at his wife like, who are you siding with? What's going on? And all of a sudden, Dominic grabs, mom by the arms. Rhea's there, and all of a sudden that caused him to snap. And that's the thing, in defense and in honor of his wife over his son. That's who he chooses. He chooses his wife. Yeah. And now, but still, they're still doing this. I'm going to keep pushing you until all of a sudden, now I'm going to beat you up. I just bad. It's a bad storytelling, man. It's really bad storytelling. We get Maximum Male Models approaching Otis. Asuka and Carmella, we talked about the 50-50 there. This was weird to me. Bianca Belair comes out to talk to Asuka, and then Carmella sneak attacks. And Bianca and Asuka are they're the championship match. And at the end of this, I always say who's over at the end of the segment. At the end of this segment, Carmella's the one over.
Bro, meanwhile, Carmella cheap shots them. Okay. She's walking away now. Bianca Belair doesn't go after her, but yet we find out later on the match is made for next week. So wouldn't you have wanted something there between the two, bro? Bianca Belair is the champion. She's not going to get blindsided and just stand there and let Carmella walk away. That doesn't protect her, bro. So somebody writing this knows nothing about wrestling. Nothing. These guys are competitors. If you blindside me from behind, I'm coming after you.
Yep. And what's the sell here? Like, I don't mind because I said Asuka's going to win. I don't like if you think about a WrestleMania match with all the women that they have, Bianca versus Asuka is a WrestleMania match. However, just because the names are popular doesn't mean I'm buying in automatically. There's still no buy-in here. Like, there's still like Carmella is in the way because she doesn't like the fact of where she is. And so now she's not really causing the path to be good for Bianca and Asuka. To me, if you're going to sell this respect angle, which I don't mind, I actually like this respect angle for two baby faces, you should have them team up together. And you should have other people trying to get at them, like a Piper Niven or Carmella and whoever, and have them team up throughout the weeks and just run roughshod around, through matches, through other female opponents that don't have anything to do. And then that builds up that respect angle, because at the end, they're looking at each other, kind of giving each other the nod after, the weeks following. And that's going to lead into that WrestleMania match out of respect. But we're not even getting a lot of respect angle. They're trying to do it with Bianca coming out at the end of Asuka's matches. And we're just like, this isn't a respect angle. This doesn't make any sense to me. There's no buy-in with this feud, man. And it's sad, man. At least make something out of it.
And where's the spew? You're either using it or you're not.
Yeah, not.
It's either her gimmick or it's not. 1 week I'm going to use it, then I'm not going to use. Either she's using it or she's not, bro.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. Then we had Candice LeRae defeating Piper Niven. Why did they put LeRae over here instead of Piper Niven?
Because they're going to do something with her and Nikki. I guess they feel they have a great story. Bro, you got to explain something to me with Candice LeRae. What is the poison pinky? What is
Pixie?
What is that? What is that supposed to mean to me?
The same thing as the Empress of Tomorrow. Just nicknames with
poison. What is it again? The
poison
pixie.
Yeah. Just, same thing as the Eradicator, same thing as Empress of Tomorrow.
Prize fighter.
You're just slapping nicknames of people with no meaning. Roland 999. We mentioned last week that Cross played the quote Ray was a deadbeat card that Dominic never mentioned. And then last Friday, Dominic finally says that Ray was an absent deadbeat, but now it's too late. Yeah, I agree. It's just,
bro, what about Rollin? What about 3 or 4 weeks ago when Becky Lynch was referring to what's her face, Bailey, as Karen?
Yeah,
throughout that entire interview, and then when she wasn't Karen the next week.
Yeah, nothing after that. Why all the start stops, man? Like, this is like something, because one thing I did like about the Attitude Era was about, creating stars, creating moments. Every moment count, every show counted. What's up with all these start stops with like building characters nowadays?
Bro, I don't know, but listen, the chat room's on a roll because now they're throwing every name out.
The Scottish Psychopath, the Lunatic Fringe,
Poison Pinky,
the Eradicator,
Seth freaking
Rollins. Yes, indeed.
Who's the Happy Maniac?
I have
Who's
no
that?
idea who the Happy Maniac is.
What did you ask me, Chris? Say it again.
All these start stops that they have a gimmick or a feud. And again, with Gargano, why does Dexter Lumis come out again? Like, what is it that did I miss something here, Vince?
I don't know.
Let's get back with Johnny Gargano.
Bro, I was too busy waiting to see if Ali was going to win 2 in a row. I didn't even get that. Did he
even show up?
Nope.
I didn't see him, man.
Not on the show.
You had him beat Ziggler last week, and then again, you're doing this stuff leading into Mania. Like, this is like you're giving Ali a spot just to beat, just the payoff is just to beat Ziggler on a Raw, and all of this is happening leading into Mania. That just goes to show that 3 hours of WWE product is just too long.
Bro, how much better? Okay, listen, we can all agree. None of this crap makes sense, right? We could all agree.
Yeah.
Bro, how much better would the show be if they just went with the concept of, okay, we're going to make sure nothing makes sense. Like, how much better would it be if during the MVP Brock Lesnar segment, like, Becky Lynch makes the save.
Yeah, just
like, bro, I think it would be more entertaining if you never know who's gonna save who, bro.
Yeah. Candice LeRae just comes up and just kick Brock Lesnar in the nads.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
You're like, what? I'm like,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
that's
think
that's,
that
that's
would
the
be.
gimmick.
I think that would be so much better.
Yeah, I
Let's just make
agree.
it clear. None of this is going to make
None of it makes sense. None of it makes sense. Young
Ah.
Reckless 199. Didn't mean to make you angry, but
Oh,
you saved the
you
WWE.
didn't make me angry, bro. No, you didn't make me angry.
Man, you didn't make him angry. Next we have
Big dog. The big. Remember the
yeah,
big dog?
yeah.
The
It's
big
the
dog
big
is.
dog.
Wait a minute. The big dog is now head of the table,
They
right?
now head the table.
Okay.
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
The
Now the
big
now they
dog.
head the table.
Monster among men.
There you
That's
go.
another oldie
Monster.
but goodie.
Yeah, that's it. Yep. Now he's a monster among monsters, I believe. Is his new
Oh
gimmick.
my God, so good.
Next we have let's just run through this stuff. Miz is announcing he's hosting WrestleMania. So Miz is announcing WrestleMania. Like that's the announcement. Like that's I knew that was going to happen.
You said that last week?
And it's like, okay, you're hosting WrestleMania. What does that mean, Vince?
Bro, they needed to have this whole entire segment to get the a-hole joke in. That was this whole entire segment because somebody came up with that and we got it. We got to get that.
Yeah.
But
Bearcat Lee. Somebody.
Yeah, Bearcat. Oh, the Maharaja.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the best one.
Bearcat was a good. That was an
That's the
oldie
best
but
one.
goodie, man.
Yeah. I mean, I can see, how Miz is about Hollywood and things like that, but it's like, I mean, if they're in LA, why don't they have LA Nights, hosted? I mean, that would make sense. And I don't know, man. Whoa, you're hosting WrestleMania. Like, okay, you main event at WrestleMania, now you're hosting it. Like, that's not really something to be very happy about. And what does hosting WrestleMania even mean? Like, why is that even a big thing? Vince Russo, how about you host WrestleMania next year?
I don't know, bro.
Sportskeeda Nation, will y'all be in? If Vince Russo hosted WrestleMania next year, would you be in for that?
Bro, who was the genetic jack?
Vince.
Oh,
yeah.
He was
genetic
jackhammer. At least he lived up to his name, man. At least that works. Yes, very nice.
Next we have the Gargano interview and Interrupted by Judgment Day. Leads to a match with Finn and Gargano next week. Again, Vince. Next week will be 3 weeks in, and we're booking a match between Finn Balor and Johnny Gargano, which means nothing.
This is the next 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Chris, I'm telling you, they're going to give people going to WrestleMania wins. Yeah. That's going to be the next 4 weeks.
That's it. That's it right there. Man. But it's not wins, though. It's wins during 50-50 matches.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which makes it even worse.
Yep, yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Interrupted by Seth Rollins. We talked about that with Miz TV. We talked about the Damage Control interview. Austin Theory walks up to Kathy Kelly and he cuts a promo. He does this.
That might be the biggest faux pas, bro, on the whole show. That they're gonna put this dude in a match with Cena, and you've got 4 weeks, and this is how you're gonna use him this week.
Yeah, just a random backstage walk up. Like they'll be in Boston next week. Which is Cena's basically second hometown. It's from West Newbury, but close enough to Boston. So that he's going to get the heat next week by talking about Cena. He'll probably get some type of spot that he gets one of.
But why waste this week?
I agree. Why
waste this?
He needs heat. Like
yes.
He needs as much heat as he possibly can. You're about to go against John Cena at WrestleMania.
Yep.
You need to get as much heat as you possibly can. And like I said before, he should have beat the brakes off of Vince McMahon weeks ago. And that's the heat that he could have had. But now he's still playing the, I'm not a kid anymore. I'm here, pay attention to me type of thing. That's not getting heat.
Bro, all you had to do, again, this is just how lazy they are. It's exactly what you said, Chris. At least do this. John Cena is going to be in Boston next week. Guess what? I'm going to be in Boston this week.
Mhm.
And you're going to the school and you're talking to the coaches and the old friends and the old girlfriend.
Yeah.
Bro, it's so easy, Chris.
Give Cena a reason to want to fight you.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
because if you think about it, Vince, we're 3 weeks out. Why does John Cena want to come from Hollywood into the WWE and fight Theory?
Not only that, Chris, I did not watch the WWE for a long period of time. However, Cena's dad was established, right?
Yeah, he was a
there you go, bro.
Manager. Yeah, big name
there
manager.
You go. Go visit Cena's dad to learn a little bit about his kid.
Yeah, he'll take a bump. Yeah, John Cena Sr.
take a bump, bro. It's like, come on, guys, this ain't that difficult.
John Cena Sr. He manages indie shows. I mean, he's still a manager.
There you go.
He could have easily hit up an indie show, invaded an indie show.
There you go, Chris. There you go.
Now that's buy-in. You're giving me a reason to say, oh, okay, now I see why Cena wants to go against Theory.
Yeah.
There's still no buy-in for Cena Theory right now.
But that's the thing, Chris. Like I said, the same thing, but we said about Owens. Oh, what's Austin Theory going to do on the show? Well, after Damage Control, we'll have him walk in and cut him. Oh, my God, bro.
4 weeks before Mania.
Guess what, Chris? The tickets are sold, bro.
Tickets are sold. That's why we're getting Omos Lesnar out of the blue. Many out of the blue matches. Lashley and Elias, and then somehow Elias wanted a match against Lashley. He loses. Elias is just, unfortunately, he's like Corbin.
Boggs has been in the back taking notes for the last 2 weeks.
Boogs is taking notes of someone who loses every week. Like, what notes are you taking? Like, what exactly? Help me understand. Why am I taking notes every week to someone who loses? I mean,
bro, I got this indie guy, bro. I work with this indie guy, bro. The guy's literally like in his mid-40s, and he's like a comedic character that's a little cuckoo. And he even suggested to me, he goes, Vince, let me do a thing where before I have a match with my opponent, I tell my opponent what they need to do to beat me. And then they don't do it, and I wind up beating them. But I mean, bro, indie people have better ideas than they got on this show.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Then this leads to Bobby Lashley. You know how much I'm a big fan of Bobby Lashley, man. But his promo work, man, it's just a lot left to be desired. And they know that that's not a strong suit of his, but they keep putting him on the mic, man. Why do they keep doing that, Vince?
I don't know, bro.
They keep doing it every week, man. Get him off the mic. If that's not a strong suit of his, quit getting him on that mic. And now it just doesn't make sense.
Or Chris, at least pre-tape him. At least
pre-tape him. Agreed. Yeah.
You do it over and over and over.
Yep. I agree with that. And it's just, I mean, I think, you got some good promo coaches. I mean, dude, I would make it a mission.
Yeah.
To hire someone like I'll give Jake Roberts a call. You know what I mean? I would give those people, Cody's pretty good at promos. Like I would, pull him, aside and be like, what do I need to do? Work on my cadence, the ebbs and flows and those things when it comes to promos. I would get that tutelage.
Yeah.
But for Lashley, that's just not his strong suit, man. And so unfortunately, when you're saying something, when Lashley grabs a mic, you have the intimidation factor that he legit looks like he can beat anybody backstage. Keep that, element of mystique when it comes to when it comes to Bobby Lashley. Less is more. Keep the element of mystique. Don't have him come on the mic. Just have him come run roughshod over.
Chris, it's funny, bro. It just seems to me that they treat everybody at the same level. Bro, I didn't do that. If your promo skills were strong, you got the mic. If your wrestling skills were stronger, you were a wrestler. There wasn't an even playing field. I knew who the strong promos were, and I knew who the weak promo was. And if you had a weak promo, you either didn't cut a promo
Yeah,
or it was a pre-tape where we could do it over and over again. They're not all on the same level, bro. Like you take a Cody, you mentioned Cody Rhodes. Bro, you take a Cody Rhodes and you put Bailey next to Cody, she's on a kindergarten level.
that's true.
They're not
Yeah,
all the same, bro.
yeah, agreed. Very true. Joseph 199 super chat. Lastly, sounds like he does poor anime dub. Man, I mean, he needs a stick man. He, when MVP spoke for him, it worked for him, but the Hurt Business thing, it kind of played out, really quick the way that they were doing it. But I mean, as a baby face, I wouldn't even have him be on the mic much. Just come in, clock out. And I mean, Brock for years was really bad in the promo. And now he's just kind of loosening up and just kind of having fun and not being so serious. And his promos have gotten so much better all of a sudden over the past couple of years. Just I would just encourage Lashley to just loosen up a little bit, man.
Yeah.
Just you ain't got to feel like I think it's in his head a lot. Like when he grabs the mic, he doesn't have confidence enough to cut a good promo. That he loses it automatically in his head psychologically when he gets it, and by the time he's done, like we know and we can see that it's already here before it's conveyed.
Chris, why did you even need the promo? All he said again was, I won't be disrespected. That's all he said.
Yeah.
Then he walked up to the ramp and we got the Muscle Man dance. He didn't need to get the mic at all.
Nothing. He didn't need to get it.
Because he does it up there. And the announcers have to say, well, Bobby said he wasn't going to get disrespected.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Absolutely. Adam Pearce, Chelsea, and Carmella. Backstage promo there. Gargano beating Otis, man. What is this all about? They're trying to bring him over to maximum male models, but he's losing, a match against someone half his size.
Bro, I don't know. I have no idea.
Why are they doing that? Why are they splitting Gable and Otis just for both of them to lose matches?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I know they love Gargano, and maybe they thought this was a way to give him a win if Loomis got involved. I don't know, bro.
Me either. Paul Heyman cuts a promo to lead into I guess to sow more seeds for WrestleMania. Trish Stratus comes in during this tag match, and we have new tag champions. So it doesn't seem like they wanted a big, feel-good moment. But this feel-good moment doesn't really lead to anything because it seems like we're going to get the 6-woman tag at WrestleMania.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Why do you think they made the change? Just feel good.
Bro, I just think that tag team just was useless, man.
Yeah.
I mean, like, bro, who are you going to turn into see more as tag champions, Lita and Becky, or these two girls?
Lita and Becky.
Oh, there you go. I mean, to me, it's a no-brainer.
It's a no-brainer, but I wish that the bill was better. Like, why couldn't they just do this at Mania? Becky doesn't have a spot. Why couldn't they just do this at WrestleMania? Unless they're trying to do the 6-person, which I don't mind them doing the 6-person. But at the same time, why can't you just make it 2 matches? Why can't you have Becky and Lita beat Damage Control? And why can't you just do Trish and Bayley at Mania?
Well, you can do that, bro. Maybe that's the rematch.
I don't think they'll do the rematch. I think that they're going to do 6-person. And I don't mind the 6-person, but they should have just got the belts off of them, just away from all this, and just do the 6-person and have that be the featured attraction. But just swapping the titles doesn't mean anything toward the feud. And so I think right now, if the babies are going to win the match at Mania, you should be getting the heat on the heels at this point, to make the babies look stronger.
Yeah. I have a feeling though, bro, when I was watching, I want people to remember this. I'm telling you, bro. I want you to remember all the time they've invested in Damage Control. I don't even know how long it's been. They've been on TV like every single week.
Yeah.
Because, bro, I'm telling you, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because, she's married to Graves and Graves has stroke. I don't know what it is, but they are so on the Carmella bandwagon now for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And we saw the scene with Chelsea Green and Carmella. Bro, they're going to be the next tag team champion.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, here's what's going to happen, bro. Mark my words. They're going to be the next tag team champions. Bro, Damage Control, they're going to disappear and you're never going to see them again. All that time they invested.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that's what's going to happen, bro.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see Carmella and Chelsea be tag champs down the line.
Yep.
We got 2 super chats to close us up. We got Hannibal with $10.
Are you keeping track of these?
Oh yeah,
you're supposed to be keeping track of. Look at this cash, $10, $9.99. What are you kidding, bro? That's $20 right there. What
already,
are you
absolutely. Indeed, I do every week. If you knew Trish was going to be a part of Mania, why wait the week after Raw in Canada? I said that. I said that last week. Why not bring her out in Canada?
Let's assume, Hannibal, that there was a reason. We've got to assume, Chris, there was a reason.
I'm tired of assuming, Vince. I'm tired of assuming and defending the WWE at this point. I'm out of assumptions, man. Rollin 999 super chat, bro. Fan reactions to Lita and Trish are dead. This well has dried up. Austin Rock better be careful because nobody cares about Lita or Trish anymore. These Attitude Era legacies memories are being sacrificed. I think that I especially like that end. These Attitude Era legacies and memories are being sacrificed. I agree with that 100%. Why are you continuing to dry this well up? And it's like you're overstaying your welcome at this point. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, we invited you over for dinner. Hey, let's come over for the game for Ohio State, specifically for Ohio State on Saturday afternoon. And all of a sudden Tuesday, I get a knock on the door. You know what I mean? And I'm like, who is it? Like, it's downtown Timmy Brown. I didn't invite you. So, I mean, I'm hanging out with the family. Like, I what's going on here? And so I think you're getting a little bit too much from these Legends wells, and it's lowering the stature because Lita's my all-time favorite wrestler. God, and we're starting to see too much of Lita.
Bro, I remember Billy Gunn introducing me to Trish Stratus for the first time, bro, when I was still there. Mm-hmm. I was still there, and Billy was trying to get Trish in, bro. It's 25 years later, bro. Like, but
yeah. All right, my man. With that being said, let the listeners know about you're trying to rally the troops for your fantasy baseball,
guys,
right?
Listen, man, if you love baseball like I love baseball, man, go to my Patreon, compete against me in a league, bro, and you could win 5.5 times your investment, bro. If you love baseball, bro, go to patreon.com/VRFBB, bro. Sign up, compete against me. We'll have a blast the whole year.
Nice. Patreon.com/
VR Vince Russo of fantasy baseball, FBB. Yep.
Yes, indeed. Getting that back on the matter of fact, let's make it a ticker. Let's make it.
Make that ticker, man. Very nice. Yeah, guys, if you love ball, I promise you, if you've never played fantasy before, if you're a rookie, I'll teach you how to play. If you're a veteran, it doesn't matter, man. If you love baseball, you'll love this.
Good stuff. All right, of course, for me, a couple things before we leave real quick. Of course, March 11th, check out Bill Apter and I will be doing, we'll be at Chillicothe at the my boy Bobby Fulton's World Classic Professional Big Time Wrestling. Big show, headlined by Sting and RVD. Got a bunch of Hall of Famers that's going to be there. Big show in Chillicothe on March 11th. And, of course, check out Pancakes and Power Slams. I've got some good topics. I've got some good videos up there. Again, Pancakes and Power Slams YouTube. Go check that out. And vote. Sportskeeda Wrestling Awards. We're wrapping up on that stuff. We got about a couple of weeks left. Vince and I voted last week. And that's out. Go check it out on WrestleBinge YouTube. As far as our picks, we got some more big names coming up as far as the last couple of weeks. It is getting down to the wire, so be sure to vote on the platforms for your favorites, and we're going to be wrapping that up soon.
Chris, I just want to say, because I don't know if it matters or not with my ticker, but the VRFBB is all caps, guys. I don't know if that matters or not. But
not for the Patreon.
Not for Patreon. Okay, then that's good. That works.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'll make it all caps just because that's what it is. So I'll do that for
Bro, there is a last minute request here in the chat room, man.
What is it?
I don't know how you feel about that, man. You know, because we just talked about people coming back 30 years after.
Well,
I don't know, Chris. Are we going to be hit?
I don't know. Is it going to?
Oh boy, here we go. There he is.
First of all, get that ticker from underneath me right now. Second of all, I never overstay my welcome, because if it wasn't for me, this show, The Legion of Raw, wouldn't be
You're right.
as mysterious.
You're right.
Every week. I am the man. I am the golden ticket of the Legion of Raw show. Forget Tootsmont. It is the Black Scorpion. And beware, could we see a Black Scorpion appearance at WrestleMania?
Very nice. Very nice.
Wow. A teaser. Could we see the Black Scorpion at WrestleMania? Wow. The suspense is heavy, ladies and gentlemen. It's feverish. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, this guy right here is Vince Russo. I'm Dr. Chris. This is Legion of Raw. Have a good night, everybody. Solo.